CrackBerry.com.
Hey everybody, Kevin Mitchell here, founder and editor-in-chief of CrackBerry.com, and a guy who's reviewed more physical keyboards in the past 6 years than any human being on the planet Earth. But today, we're looking at a different kind of keyboard. This is a physical keyboard for your iPhone. It is called the Typo. It is a subject of much debate because it basically gives yourself a BlackBerry keyboard on your iPhone, and it looks a lot like a BlackBerry keyboard. This one's going to be interesting. Let's take a look at the Typo. So essentially what you have is a case that comes apart in two halves, as such. And they just slide around your iPhone very easily, connects very easily. There's no cables or anything because it is a Bluetooth keyboard. So this little guy actually has a battery pack in it, and there's a micro USB charger at the side, or port at the side. That's where you plug in your micro USB cable to charge the device when it goes dead. And it's Bluetooth. So to turn on your iPhone, to connect it to your iPhone, you just go into your settings for Bluetooth and you pair the device. You can see here we have the Typo keyboard connected. Now obviously this keyboard covers the home button. So that's been moved and mapped on the keyboard to this bottom right corner button. You tap it and you go to the home screen. After that, it works. I mean, there are some trade-offs here, right? If you have an iPhone 5S with Touch ID, you're no longer going to be using it. And you also can't really do that swipe up from the bottom on iOS 7 to pull up your shortcuts. So you're gonna lose that too. But you gain a lot because you gain a physical keyboard. That works actually really well. You know, I'm gonna admit, when I first saw this keyboard, I thought it was a joke when I saw the advertising. But after using it for the past couple of days, I can honestly say it works really, really well. So if you're an iPhone user who's been looking for that kind of an experience, a physical keyboard experience on your iPhone, it's not a bad alternative. So while the Typo is actually much better to type on the iPhone than I expected, I'm not letting it off the hook that easily. Let's just look at this. I mean, if you cover up these keyboards, or the phones above the keyboard, and you look at them, the similarities between the Typo on the right and the BlackBerry Q10 on the left are kind of ridiculous. Now there's a couple of design giveaways that are telltale. So one is the frets that BlackBerry has always put between the rows of the keyboards for the longest time now. It separates the rows, it gives you a little more room for accuracy. It's very much a BlackBerry visual cue. You look at it at a glance, you know that's a BlackBerry. And the Typo totally has what the Q10 has. Now also the shape of the buttons. You can see the way they have that sculpting, the raised edges on the sides. Same thing. I mean, this is a BlackBerry trait for years now that you know, is patented, and they have that that protection on it, that IP. You know, Typo even ripped off things like the labeling of the buttons, like the Alt key, right? They didn't have to call it the Alt key. You could call it a Shift key. You could call it other things, but no, they went ALT. Same thing. I mean, yeah, they put in caps, lowercase on the BlackBerry. Even the shape, you know, of the space bar, like everything is very, very similar. A few things have shifted. You can see like on the Q10, you have the @ symbol for, you know, email addresses is on the letter P. On the Typo, it's down here at the bottom. There is an extra button here for the keyboard to power it down when you're done with it. But overall, I think the average person, if you showed them the Typo, is going to think it is a BlackBerry. You know what? Let's just put that to a test.
What kind of phone is this?
BlackBerry. BlackBerry?
Is that like a BlackBerry?
BlackBerry?
BlackBerry? BlackBerry.
It's a BlackBerry.
I think it does look like a BlackBerry keyboard.
BlackBerry.
A BlackBerry.
What? Oh my god.
Exactly.
Ryan
Oh,
Seacrest
no.
can sue for that. You just answered why. Because it looks like
Yeah.
If Ryan Seacrest has it, he's in on it, I'm in on it.
There you go. So that is the Typo keyboard. It's available for pre-order now. It's $99. They should start shipping this month or soon, early this year. How long they'll be shipping for, we don't know. Obviously, there's a lot to be worked out. Licensing fees will probably get paid to BlackBerry, or some sort of business event is going to take place. We know BlackBerry has taken legal action against the company. But in the meantime, if you want to get your hands on the Typo, you can go to typokeyboards.com and tell them Kevin sent you.